Alrighty. So for this week, the topic I wanted to talk about and present is called bootstrap awareness. Um, and it's basically a framework for CSS. It's one of the most popular front-end frameworks that's used in web development. It helps us developers to create responsive and professional-looking websites more quickly because it uses like pre-built styles and layouts and components. So, what is Bootstrap? Well, really simply put, it's a free open source CSS framework, and it helps developers build websites faster. It was developed by X Corp, formerly Twitter, and released in 2011. The main purpose is just to simplify web design. Basically, it makes it so that you reduce the amount of CSS that us as developers need to write, and helps us just in working on websites. It's basically a collection of pre-written CSS and JavaScript, and that way we don't have to create everything from scratch every time we are creating something. Instead, you can use Bootstrap's built-in tools and quickly create modern-looking websites. Why was Bootstrap created? Well, the main reason is because developers faced a lot of different problems. Browsers display differently or display websites differently, as well as on different devices. They display differently. Creating layouts requires lots of very custom CSS depending on what website you're creating. And again, like I said, mobile friendly and like different devices make it hard to fit them all in the correct way that you want it to display. So their solution, or I guess Bootstrap's solution is what I mean, is to make consistent styling and have already made components, and then design tools that will help you work with that. So before frameworks like Bootstrap became popular, developers spent a lot of time fixing compatibility issues, and they had to write and rewrite repetitive CSS. So Bootstrap solved a lot of those issues, a lot of those problems by providing standardized styles and components. Bootstrap has a grid system. It uses a 12-column grid system. Here's a good example there. The benefits of that is that it has easy page layouts and consistent spacing. It's probably one of the most important features of it. A page gets divided into the 12 columns, and then you can choose how many columns in each section to use. Makes it simple so you just can adjust to different screen sizes and create layouts that fit all those different devices. It also has a bunch of different components like buttons, navigation bars, cards, forms, alerts, and they're just pre-designed interface elements. This way, instead of like designing a button from scratch, you have a button style, and then you can just apply it with a few things, and that saves a ton of time and keeps people from, keeps that professional appearance and gets out that tedious work. Utility classes are small classes that perform a specific task, like text center, MT3, P4, BG primary. These just help, again, simplify things. You have less custom CSS, you have easier maintenance, faster development. The utility classes allow people to make quick styling changes directly in HTML. So like this, can center text, can add spacing or change colors. without writing additional CSS files. And then another great thing about it is the responsive design. Website that adapts to different screen sizes, like we talked about earlier. Many people use browsers of different kinds, as well as just mobile devices and tablets and phones and laptops and everything. So Bootstrap has built-in responsiveness features that automatically adjust layouts based on your screen size. So it makes websites way easier to use on any device. An advantage of using Bootstrap is that it's fast to learn, fast development, easy to learn, and it's responsive by default. It's got a lot of community support as well. Some of the disadvantages that websites can end up looking like pretty similar because you're just using like parts that have already been pre-established and are less customized, as well as having those extra files can increase your page size, which can make it take longer to load and stuff. Like any tool, Bootstrap has strengths and weaknesses. It's great for quickly creating professional websites, but developers realistically will need to add a lot more personal touch, more of that customization if they actually want it to look unique. Companies and projects use Bootstraps for their business websites, e-commerce stores, dashboards, or educational websites, and they like it because it's quick and easy, and it's relatively cheap to just do it. You have a decent user experience. You can just send it. Overall, Bootstrap is a powerful framework that helps developers create responsive websites. It helps people to make things with ready-made interface elements and simplify styling. Just kind of helps people hit the ground running when they're building something. So overall, it's a really helpful and good tool for developers to use.